Good morning. It is Monday, the 26th of September, 2022. It's 7 a.m. and it's that time again. It is the Daily News in 10 here on the Mancunian way, where we give you all the latest football news in little short, bite-sized moments. And here we go with the very first story. So, the first thing that I'm going to talk about is basically, Kalvin Phillips looks like at the moment he is a major doubt for the World Cup squad for England, sadly, after surgery. Now, there was rumours the other day that the surgery may not happen, but obviously he pulled out of the England squad, which sadly, under Southgate, got demoted, relegated, whatever you want, out of the nations group after a 1-0 loss to Italy the other night. So, yes, with 8 weeks to go until England's first game at the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, Kalvin Phillips is facing a race to be fit for the Three Lions. Never mind Manchester City. I mean, less than a month or so before Southgate does name his potential squad, the City midfielder will be hoping to be in contention following surgery on a persistent shoulder injury that he did obviously sustain in that Barcelona friendly. After missing this month's international to have that surgery, England boss Gareth Southgate has hinted that Phillips may miss the World Cup altogether. Went on to basically say, "Oh, just so you know that since he's moved to Manchester City from Leeds United in a £41 million deal in the summer, Phillips has played just 1 minute of Premier League action and 12 minutes of Champions League action." So, not great. But like I said, this is what Gareth Southgate has actually talked about here moving forward. He got asked about the chances of Phillips making the World Cup, and Southgate said there's recovery from the surgery, which is an estimated time. And then there's the reality of how much football he might have had and how much football he's had in the last 8 weeks. So when Phillips' setback was confirmed by City boss Pep Guardiola, he felt Phillips could definitely make the World Cup, saying, "I don't know. I am not a doctor, but in a good way, he can arrive, of course, to the World Cup. I think so, but I'm not a doctor." So obviously that's something we're going to keep an eye on here at the Mancunian way for you, because we want all our English lads to do well over at the World Cup. Speaking of the World Cup, England manager Gareth Southgate has made an honest admission over Jack Grealish's role at Manchester City. He has offered his support to Manchester City forward Jack Grealish, especially in the response to all the criticism that he has taken from his own fan base. He has thrown his support behind Jack Grealish and admit he doesn't always know what Manchester City ask of him in the Premier League. Grealish's role at City has come under scrutiny over the last week or two, mainly because of Graham Souness, these pundits again, who have basically destroyed him. And there's a lot of talk of Grealish doesn't suit City and they don't understand his role. And there's a lot of Blues out there, even on this channel, would agree with that. Trust me, we've seen it all in the comments, and everyone is entitled to their opinion. But what we've got to remember is there's a human being aspect behind this. And I think the more we have a go and the more we push, I think the less confident Jack will become. We've got to a stage now. Yes, we're not happy, but it's now going into the criticising for criticising's sake. And we've got to pull back and get behind the lad. But Southgate has also joked saying that Grealish should pay less attention to the critics like Souness and talk and discuss and focus more on his season. He's had a difficult start, Southgate went on to say, with a couple of injuries. It was good seeing him arriving at the far post against Wolves and getting the box and scoring. We know he's got creativity. Jack has contributed well for us, meaning England. We are happy how he is. We love working with him. He's a great kid and a great to have around the camp. He's working at a top club where it's not easy to get in the team, never mind perform well. I don't know if he'll ever find the level that Graham, meaning Souness, wants. And he did go on and say he has actually admitted, Southgate, now take this for what you want, it is Southgate and he's got his own critics, is that he doesn't know what City are asking. Grealish do tactically, explaining that he often has to dig deeper to work out his role at the club. So yeah, that's the a little bit on Jack Grealish moving into this at the moment. So all I would say is get behind him, especially. The next little piece that I'm going to say, by the way, my background is different today. I've got some issues with my camera, which is why I've not got my normal green screen background on at the moment. So I do apologise for that. Normal service will be resumed tomorrow. I promise you. The final bit of news before I go on to what's going to happen this week here on the Mancunian Way is Manchester City women's team has gone to their second defeat of the season. 2 out of 2 losses for Gareth Taylor's women ladies after a 2-0 defeat to Chelsea in the Women's Super League. Now, City said are still searching for that win, first win of the season, but they did fall to defending champions Chelsea at Kings Meadow earlier on Sunday. A Fran Kirby goal late in the first half, followed by a penalty from Marin Majild, secured Chelsea their first 3 points of the campaign and lifted them to 4th. City currently are in 10th. Now, just to let you know about the Manchester City ladies, and no, not everyone's interested, but some are. Manager Gareth Taylor has made 3 changes from the side that lost the 7-goal thrill at Villa Park last weekend. And we've got Kasperi, Ohabi, and Castellonis making their first starts of the campaign. Despite the changes, City were caught cold from the first whistle. Long ball presented a chance for Sammy Kerr, should I say, but their shot went wide. Obviously, at the moment, the ladies are going through a very difficult time. Some are questioning Gareth Taylor's management style. There's a lot of things being questioned regarding Manchester City ladies at the moment. They have lost some big players this summer. They have lost some players, obviously, who wanted to leave and go to pastures new. But we do wish them all the best here at the Mancunian Way, and I'm sure the Manchester City ladies will get back on track. Or Gareth Taylor may be facing his P45, because trust me, this is a successful team and they will not want to be languishing down in 10th in the Women's Super League. So, what I'm going to do now for you, I'm just going to run through what we have coming up here live this week here on the channel. It is Derby week. Yes, Manchester City take on United next weekend, Sunday, 2nd of October. It's around about, I think it's a 2 p.m. kickoff, top of my head. Obviously, the Mancunian Way will be there, live and exclusive. We'll also have live post-match coverage as well on Sunday, coming from the Derby. As soon as we are done, we'll get back, we'll get on, and we'll get your live post-match thoughts on the Derby. But this week, we have got previews coming up. We have got a discussion, hopefully, to talk about our Derby memories, your Derby memories. What do you love about the derbies? What do you hate about the derbies? Are you going to confident this week? Are you feeling sick this week? This is going to be a week in football Manchester City fans love and hate equally, all rolled up into nice one convenient little ball. But it's going to be a cracking week here on the Mancunian Way. I cannot wait. It is Derby week. It's blue versus red. There is only Manchester is blue for me. Always will be blue. We've talked about it. But it does have an era, just have a slight tint of Manchester City and United 20 years ago, where City weren't good, United were great, and the Derby form goes out the window, and we used to get draws and pick up the odd win against the Rags. Will that be the case this weekend? Hopefully not. But stay tuned. Loads of content, loads of videos. Please do me a favor. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Please share this around to all your friends, your family, everywhere. Social media, Instagram. We are on Instagram. We are on social media. We are on Twitter. We are on TikTok. Everything's down below there. But hopefully we shall be back later on tonight with a live show. Hopefully. Keep an eye at Horsey City for all the details of that. But Derby week starts today. Live on the Mancunian Way. We'll see you later at Horsey City. Have a great Monday. It's Derby week. Just cannot wait. And yeah, I'll have my green screen sorted by tonight as well, hopefully. Take care. Have a lovely Monday. And we'll see you over on our next live stream. Take care, Blues. Manchester's blue.